A land where sunshine abounds in plenty. Where India and Bharat walk hand in hand. Where on one side lights dazzle, and on the other, darkness rules. Only the sun can be the bridge that truly empowers India. That can save India from an impending energy doom. Fast, pacey, always on the move. Life never stops in a metro, where the day starts with the setting of the sun and the night lights set the tune. But in this little hamlet of Uttar Pradesh, barely a few hours away from India's pulsating capital city, shadows dance with light. Where, with the setting of the sun, life comes to a stop. In this little hut, in this village, one candle flame is all that 11-year-old Raju has to light up his world.
मैं प्राथमिक विद्यालय में पढ़ता हूँ और मेरी बहन मेरे साथ में स्कूल जाती है। मैं कक्षा 4 में पढ़ता हूँ। मेरे घर में मेरे मम्मी पापा, मेरे बहन भाई हैं। बड़े होकर मुझे डॉक्टर बनना है, लेकिन बिजली गांव में नहीं आती है। मोमबत्ती से पढ़ता हूँ तो आँखों में जलन होने लगता है और आँख टपकने लगता है।
The neighboring villages are lucky. They have recently been given access to power. And as Raju battles the darkness, he wonders when his turn will come.
मैं पढ़ाई नहीं कर पाता और पेपर देना भी है। जब पढ़ाई नहीं हो सकता तो मैं कैसे नंबर पाऊंगा?
हम तो किसान आदमी हैं, किसी तरह से खेती बाड़ी करके जो है अपना पेट पाल रहे हैं, बच्चों का पाल रहे हैं और उसको पढ़ाई करवा रहे हैं।
There are millions like Raju that live in India's remotest villages, facing a black, powerless future.
ना ही बिजली बिया तक का पढ़ाई, मट्टी तेल जलाई पढ़ाई, महंगा हो गया था तेल तो कहाँ से मिले?
बिजली नहीं है, खाना कैसे बने?
तो लाइट अगर रहती है तो समरसेबल वगैरह से भी काम हो जाता है। और समय समय से अगर पानी मिल जाए तो खेती अच्छी हो जाती है और तमाम पेयजल की समस्या जो है उससे भी आराम हो सकता है।
India is an energy-hungry nation, but electricity has remained a distant dream for millions of Indians.
The resources that we have around are all limited resources, and our day-to-day demand is increasing every day.
According to the census 2011, more than 32% of households in India lack basic access to electricity.
As you know, India has a power crisis. Challenge can be, to some extent, it can be taken by the sun. We can take a lot of energy from sun and convert into electrical power.
It's a new dawn, and as Raju awakes with the first rays of the sun, it seems to be an omen. The sun is all set to brighten Raju's life. It's going to be a busy day. Trucks laden with men and equipment are rolling down these dusty lanes. This is the team from Zeeshan, a company that invests in alternate sources of energy.
Zeeshan has been doing, solar business for quite some time, and we have been continuously improving our products. We are investing in technologies, we are investing in people. So we are trying to bring solutions which is cost effective.
It's the power of imagination at work for lighting up the lives of these villagers and countless children like Raju.
आज हम लोग इलाहाबाद के पतेवरा गांव में आए हुए हैं, जहां पर हम लोगों को लक्ष्य मिला है 151 घर में सोलर पैकेज लगाने का।
हम लोग सुकैम पावर सिस्टम्स लिमिटेड गुड़गांव से आए हुए हैं। आपके गांव में जो लोहिया आवास बने हुए हैं, उनमें सौर ऊर्जा से बिजली उत्पन्न करने के जो उपकरण हैं वो हम आपके घरों में लगाएंगे।
सौर ऊर्जा अगर लग जाएगा तो भाई सारे मोहल्ले में, सारे गांव में लाइट का प्रकाश रहेगा हर समय।
A shared understanding of the need for development has brought Sukam and the Uttar Pradesh government together.
UPNEDA project is about providing electricity to the poorest of the poor, where even the electricity grid is not reaching them. We have supplied around 40,000 houses in UP where people haven't seen electricity. They don't have lights, they don't have fans.
Appropriately enough, the installation process will begin from Raju's house. This is where darkness will, quite literally, begin to give way to light.
आप सुग्रीव जी हैं?
हाँ जी।
जी हम लोग सुगैम से आए हैं, आपके यहाँ सोलर इंस्टॉलेशन करनी है।
This is a first of its kind, ambitious, large-scale DC project aiming to reach 40,000 households across 19 districts in rural Uttar Pradesh.
इस सोलर पावर पैक में हम एक 120 वाट का पैनल इनके छत पे लगाएंगे। इसके साथ एक चार्ज कंट्रोलर जो कि इनके कमरे में लगाया जाएगा।
It's getting to dusk, with the sun finally leaving its shadow. But tonight is when the shadows disappear forever for Raju.
मेरे घर में सोलर लाइट वाले आए थे, लाइट लगा के चले गए और कह रहे थे कि आज से बिजली नहीं जाएगी।
तो सुग्रीव जी, आज हमने आपके पूरे घर में सारे कनेक्शन लाइट के कर दिए हैं। अब सिर्फ एक बटन दबाते ही आपके घर में रोशनी हो जाएगी।
मैं जो है यहाँ से करीब 10 किलोमीटर जाता था मोबाइल चार्ज करने के लिए सर, लेकिन अब तो हमको इतना सुविधा मिल गई कि हम अपने घर में खुद जो है बैठे बैठे चार्ज कर लेंगे।
For a village that has long awaited its place in the sun, this change is nothing short of overwhelming. This is the hub of innovation in the heart of Gurgaon, where Sukam's engineers spend sleepless nights dreaming of a new dawn for Raju and his friends. Raju's village won't just get solar panels installed. Each household here will also get solar battery units, which have the capacity to store enough energy for 3 days in case of cloudy weather.
Solar is a variable thing. The power you get from the solar is not a standard power. Sometimes you get 5 watts, sometimes you get 10 watts, sometimes you get 100 watt. So you have to have a auxiliary source with this, and that is called battery.
1 and 2, how are you?
हमको लाइट मिली, 24 घंटा लाइट जो है रात में मिली। हमारा बच्चा राजू जो है रात भर पढ़ाए और इसको देख कर हमारे खुशी हुई, बहुत खुशी हुई जो है कि हाँ अब मेरा बच्चा पढ़ पाएगा।
With this system, they are now able to have light so that their children can read after the evening, after their school. They have a fan so that they can run in the daytime or the evening time so that they can enjoy the power of a town or a mid-town where people have lights and fans.
पढ़ने लिखने का कोई दिक्कत भी नहीं है, चाहे जब पढ़ सकते हैं, बत्ती हरदम जलती रही थी।
बहुत समस्या होती थी, गर्मी बहुत लगती थी, पसीना बहुत होता था, काम हम यानी कि गर्मी में नहीं कर सकते थे।
जब से सोलर लग गया है तब से गर्मी नहीं लगती, आराम से हम लोग रहते हैं, पंखा उंखा चला लेते हैं, लाइट वाइट सब सुविधा हो गया है।
We have seen people who have the smiles in the people's face when the light glows in their house the first time and the fan runs. That's a very big thing in putting our Sukam's foot forward in helping societies around India.
Where technology and social consciousness meet, change is inevitable and smooth. And as solar power spreads across India, the sky's the limit for its potential to power the nation. The dream is to go bigger, aim higher, and spread the sunshine. Rajendranagar, North Tripura, a remote part of India, far removed from glossy urban existence. But the same sun that shines over India's tiniest metros smiles over this little settlement too and holds the power to change lives.
I am the medical officer at Bhajananagar PHC, which is about 20 kilometers far from Dharmnagar. There are 6 villages dependent on Bhajananagar, and the population is around 26,000 people, and they are all dependent on this PHC for the healthcare.
Every day, the Brajendranagar Primary Health Centre is visited by about 60 to 70 patients, most of them expectant mothers. And like most days, there's an urgent case at the PHC today too.
One delivery patient has come. Patient name is Lipi Begum and she is having pain abdomen, that is called labor pain. Ki kemon acho? Mano. Bachcha নড়াচড়া টের পাও? বাচ্চা নড়াচড়া টের পাও? আচ্ছা। পায়ের দিকে তাকাও। Suction machine টা ready করুন sister. We are check all the parameters, that is all the fine, plus pulse rate, blood pressure and all the biophysical profiles, all are within the normal limits. শোনো ভয় পাওয়ার কিছু নেই, হ্যাঁ আমাদের এখানে ডেলিভারি হবে, ভয় পাওয়ার কিছু নেই, হ্যাঁ সব তোমার সব ঠিকই আছে, বাচ্চা ঠিক আছে, ভালো আছে, ভয় পাওয়ার কিছু নেই, ঠিক আছে, ভয়টা পেও না, আমাদের এখানে ডেলিভারি হবে, সব কিছু এখানেই অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট আছে, ঠিক আছে। We are trying to go for the normal vaginal delivery, not to the cesarean section, and all the staffs are well prepared for getting the baby out as nice as possible.
This remote hospital is a world away from the state-of-the-art healthcare facilities that exist in major Indian cities. But the staff is just as attuned to its patients' needs, though the circumstances are trying.
बांग्लादेश यहाँ से तकरीबन 200 मीटर के आसपास ही है। 7 बजे के बाद आप यहाँ से जा नहीं सकते।
200 টাকার জিনিসের জন্য আমাদের 200 কিলোমিটার যেতে হয়।
এখান থেকে যখন রেফার করব, এই রেফার যখন করব তো এই যে রাস্তাটা, সেই রাস্তাতে মানে সমস্যা।
In Tripura, you know, due to some geographical disadvantages, it is not techno-economically feasible to extend the grid line there.
In hospitals, we have to have light as a basic source. Without light, we can't think of life there.
So we was doing a few deliveries even with the candle light at night, and even the suction machine and other machine which we use during the delivery was not working due to the lack of electricity. Now the scenario has changed because of the solar power given by the SUCAM.
It is the only one system in the country where all the health establishments have been covered under these solar power plants.
More than 90 hospitals all over Tripura have now been equipped with solar panels, ensuring round-the-clock power for patients. It's fortunate for Lipi Begum that she's been brought to the Brajendranagar PHC by a healthcare representative known as Asha.
বেদনা তো সে আমি আশা দিদির খবর দিয়ে আনছি, আনিয়া খুঁজিতে ডেলিভারি কেস এটা লইয়া হসপিটাল যাওয়া লাগবে, তো আশা দিদি আমার বাড়িতে আসছেন। আশা দিদি আমার বাড়িতে আসিয়া বলছেন ঠিক আছে আমরা হসপিটাল লইয়া যাইমু।
Lipi Begum will now be able to deliver her baby in a well-equipped medical facility without the fear of a power failure. But that hasn't necessarily been the case for expectant mothers before her.
এর আগে যখন একবার ডেলিভারি একটা আইছিল তো অনুপসারই আসছিল সঙ্গে রাত্রে 11টা বাজে, হঠাৎ করে কি দিয়েছে কারেন্ট গেছে, এর মধ্যে বাইরে বৃষ্টি পড়তেছে, কারেন্ট নাই, তো কারেন্ট নাই এই মুহূর্তে এই ক্রাউনিং হইতেছে, এই সময় ক্রাউনিং হইতেছে, ডেলিভারি মানে হইয়া যাইব, হঠাৎ করে বাচ্চা পড়তে পারে এমন অবস্থা, এর মধ্যে কারেন্ট নাই, এমন এক সিচুয়েশনে পড়ছি। আর আমি অন্ধকারের মধ্যে গিয়ে লাইট খুঁজতেছি না, কোন দিকে যাইতাম কোন দিকে কিতা লাইট পাইতাছি না, আমার হাতে মোবাইলও নাই, কিছু নাই, অন্ধকারের মধ্যে। তো অন্ধকার হাতে গিয়া মোম ক্যান্ডেলটা জ্বালাইছি আর কি, তো ক্যান্ডেল জ্বালাইয়া ক্যান্ডেলের মধ্যেই সারে করছে, ডেলিভারি হয়েছে।
We have delivered a very healthy baby. Everything is all right and situation is under control. If we keep the baby in the normal weather or under the room temperature, baby might have hypothermic attack. To prevent this, we keep the baby under the radiant warmer. And now earlier days we didn't have any regular electricity supply. Nowadays we are running the radiant warmer also by solar energy very nicely and conveniently. We have sent the mother to the ward and we'll make the postnatal checkup subsequently, and we'll advise the mother to breastfeed the baby after half an hour.
With the advent of solar power, PHCs as a whole in Tripura are better prepared and properly equipped for any medical emergency.
All of our lights are running on solar power panel. Then we have nebulizers, machines running on the solar power panel. Then we can charge our ECG machine that we have. Then we have ice-line refrigerators and deep freezers, which are useful in storage of vaccines. Then this is occurring mainly because of the solar power panel. We can keep our vaccines preserved.
Even at our office, where we send the reports, the data which are sent through computers, after getting the solar power, there is a continuous supply of power, and it has relieved us a lot.
The areas that we install these inverters are mountainous region, so in those remote locations there will be no proper roads. Even to have a small piece of screwdriver or a thimble wire, you need to go back a long distance to get those tools and come back. So we also had supplied remote monitoring kit with them, so that remotely people can monitor what exactly the load is, what is the status of their battery. They can remotely monitor them, they can control the parameters and do the settings out of a remote location.
Solar power has ensured that Lippy Begum's baby is born without a hitch. Now that the delivery is done, it's time for Dr. Goswami to check on both the mother and the child.
তোমার বাচ্চা ভালো আছে? বাচ্চা দুধ খায়? দুধ খায়? একটু দেখছি, একটা প্রসিডিউর করছি, হ্যাঁ, একটা বাচ্চাকে একটা রিফ্লেক্স দেখছি। The reflex is very good. Baby's condition is very good. Now I have checked all the there is physical examinations. Now I am going to discharge the baby with some basic advice to the mother and to the Asha কর্মী। আচ্ছা শোনো, কয়েকটা অ্যাডভাইস আছে তোমার জন্য, যেটা বাড়িতে গেলে তোমার করতে হবে, ঠিক আছে?
ডাক্তার বলছেন 4-3 মাস স্নান করাইতাম না, বুকের দুধ খাওয়াইতাম 3 ঘন্টা পর পর, 6 মাস তুলা খাওয়াইতাম না, স্নান করাইতাম না, সরিষার তেল দিতাম না।
আশা ছিলেন, সিস্টাররা ছিলেন, তারপরে আরও ছিলেন ওদের কর্মীরা, ওরা সবাই মিলে আমাকে অনেক হেল্প করেছে।
And if more hospitals across the country bring in solar power, millions of mothers like Lippy Begum will beam as brightly as the sun. Electric energy, powerful, versatile, abundant. But though we've all gotten used to flicking a switch and commanding electricity to do our bidding, few of us stop to think about the future. Will electric power always be available as easily and abundantly as it seems to be these days?
In India, we have a lot of roof space available. So if we convert that roof space into solar and we start exporting our solar energy to the grid, it will be a great help for the country and for us also.
This is the Punjab Engineering College in Chandigarh, the perfect microcosm of urban India. Where ideas meet dreams. It also runs up a bill of 1 lakh rupees on just its electricity demands.
Assume that the battery lives follow a normal distribution.
But there are winds of change blowing.
Well, innovation is existence. If we want to exist, if we want to change, if we want to grow and develop, then innovation is an essential ingredient of life.
PEC as an institute has taken an initiative to provide its rooftops to install solar panel for the generation of power through solar energy.
A simple idea with a path-breaking thought. Utilizing the sun's energy, this college is now generating their own electricity through the 1 megawatt solar power rooftop installation.
When it was allotted, it was the largest solar rooftop installation in India, not across education institutions, across India as a whole.
Not just that, when the demand is low during holidays, the surplus power produced is given back to the grid. And that is the revolutionary concept of net metering.
In the net metering, what you do is basically you install the solar power plant, and the output of the solar power plant is fed to the distribution box of your house or the office, wherever it is, before the DISCOM energy meter. So the basic idea is that first you should consume the solar electricity that you are producing, and the excess, if any, will go to the grid, and your billings will be done on the import minus export basis. That is net metering.
The incentive here is that the consumer gets credit for the surplus electricity fed back in the grid.
जो एनर्जी आपने घर में बना रहे हैं वो यूज़ नहीं कर रहे हैं और उसको वापस इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बोर्ड को आप भेज रहे हैं, तो उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट आपको पर यूनिट वाइज पे करती है.
It's a win-win situation for everyone. Energy saved, revenue generated, all through the wonders of solar technology.
Technology plays a very important and crucial role in the way we live life. So innovation is going to be there. We do it every day. Without it, it will all be stagnant, and change is the only thing that is constant.
The way we are, the government is taking the step, I'm very sure that we will be going with the leading solar country of the world.
And innovation in the field of solar power will certainly help take India forward. In a world that's consumed by pollution and where energy reserves are fast depleting, solar makes sense.
So future of the solar energy lies in replacing all the fossil fuels available in this world right now. I'll not be surprised if everything is running on the solar, because this is one energy which is available all the time. It will remain with the generations.
The possibilities are endless and the boundaries are limitless. For while the sun lives, we live. And that ever-shining light in the sky can become the fuel that powers India.